Welcome back to part 2 of journey number 6 away. Wet blankets, remembering they're their external expression of our security blankets and our original deals protections. Another metaphor I like to use is let's imagine you're in a castle. The castle walls, you got the guards on the walls all day, every day, 24/7, looking out for anything of danger. That's what our wet blankets are. The first line of defence to ensure we're safe. So far we've covered the words we use, the non-verbal communication. Sorry, I'm stepping over some tree trunks here. The body language, energy and attitude, and our dress and grooming. I hope as you've gone into your worksheets, done the work honestly and bravely, you'll find out some of the things that show up for you when you need to be safe and protected. The next wet blanket, sorry, I just had some water and swallowed funny. The next wet blanket is body shape. Now this is a bit controversial for some, so I'll try and explain body shape. We manifest a body shape to protect us. Now yes, we have genetics, and yes, we have lifestyle combined here. So there's some factors about body shape that we cannot change, we cannot add to or take away from if you're heavy boned or tall or short. There's wet blankets that we need to distinguish between genetics and how we manifest the shape we've got. Some people manifest a larger shape, bigger than they'd like, and generally speaking that's carrying what's called subcutaneous fat, which is external fat, which, like a layer of armour, is also a layer of protection. Interestingly, that is not necessarily there because our self-esteem is low. Maybe it's there to keep us safe and protected so that people don't come too close, because if they come too close they might break our deal. And remember, we prefer to die, lose our health, lose relationships, etc., than break our deal. So the manifestation of that body shape is in service of our original deal's efficacy. And I'll give an example. I coached a client a few years ago. He was CEO of quite a large organisation. He himself was quite large, about 6'5" and 170 odd kilograms. He was a mountain. Now he had the wherewithal, he had the intelligence, he had the resources to move that weight. Matter of fact, he'd done just about everything he could through diets and exercise, through personal trainers, dietitians, going to weight clinics. Spent about 20 years trying to move the weight. Now, even to the point with coaching where we supported him in having a team around him to minimise that weight. Nothing worked. No surprise really when I tell you what I'm going to tell you now. When we did the deep shift work, we figured out that when he was a little boy, he was bullied quite badly. And he was quite small as a small boy, bullied by his schoolmates and even bullied at home by his dad at times. So bullying was a big thing for him. And then nature took over. He started to get taller, put on size, and people stopped bullying him. So the taller he got, the more size he put on, he became more confident. And frankly, that's one of the reasons they sent me to me for coaching, was he had become the bully from teenage years onwards. So the bullied became the bully, and he equated large size to strength, which means he'd never break his original deal of never being bullied, while always maintaining control. That particular original set of deals was very powerful, to the point where even when he had health issues that could become life-threatening, he still could not shift that weight and the incumbent health issues that come with carrying weight, potential diabetes, heart issues, etc. But when he found out what his original deal was, and he connected it to his experience as a little boy, and he realised he spent his entire life staying large because that's the only way he could find to stay safe and protected, and frankly did all right in life, becoming CEO of quite a major company. He then realised that he equated small with weak and potentially being bullied and being very vulnerable. So to lose weight, as he's doing traditional dietary issues, they fail because the original deal was saying, the smaller you get, the more you are open to being bullied, the weaker you become, and in this big, bright, wide world of corporate life where you're the CEO of a major company, that won't work. So back on went the weight. Back on came the internal excuses to I'm just hungry, I just need to eat the food, or etc., etc. So there's an example. And by the way, when he realised the connection between his original deal and his wet blankets and the way he shows up, guess what? That day he made a decision to be healthy and find a new way to be. More on that when we potentially when we get to the journeys back. Today, 10 years later, he is 110 kilos, a good size, a good weight for a guy 6'5", fits his genetic shapes, and he's much, much healthier, very much in the healthy range of just about everything, and he's kept the weight off. Other body shapes that can turn up are, I call the athlete, someone who's strong in their ability to run away, fight, be stronger than others if they're threatened. Me, I'm sort of the athlete, but I just call myself the runner. Only weigh about 65, 68 kilos, and I've always been very good at running away, either physically or metaphorically, and to lose that would be challenging. Yet, as I get older, I'm very conscious of it, and I'm very good at staying present. I've had other experiences with women, for example, who have bodies that, although on the large side, they feel comfortable and confident and sensual with, and to lose that would take away control of their sensuality and ability to control situations. Dare I say it, I'll be very careful here. All human beings who suffer eating disorders, for example, eating disorders, they who have what's called body dysmorphia, that's a body size that doesn't represent what reality is. Quite often that is staying small, so they're not seen. Another example is the scrapper, someone who's wiry and realises, and I've had this many times with my clients, wiry and knows that if they got in trouble they can fight their way out. They're the fighters, and they're always on guard and ready and confident. What body shape do you manifest? What's its impact in your life? Is it predominantly good or conservative good, or more gets in the way? Quick side note, all wet blankets have a positive purpose as well as a negative purpose. So please don't think they're bad or awful. They're actually there to keep us safe, give us confidence and control. It's the situations where they get in the way from stopping us growing into our full expression. They're the situations I'm talking about. And you probably know what they are. If you don't, you soon will. That's part 2 of wet blankets. There's 2 more pieces to go. And I will cover those off very shortly. As I said, this is the longest journey. It's a major journey we travel to stay safe and protected and away from pain. I'll explain the other 2 pieces, final pieces, when I come back. So go to your worksheets, your reflections, and complete those, knowing again, the examples we give aren't all to everybody. You'll have your own, and whether it's the words, the language, whatever it is that shows up, see if you can connect it in some way to your original deal and how they're there to keep you safe and protected. See you soon.